So over the past few days, I've been trying to come up with a really good video idea, but for the life of me, I couldn't think of anything. And then one morning, it just hit me. I have to show people how to make their own kicks. So I did my morning routine, set up my studio and started messing around. Alright, let's continue that later, shall we? So, now I'm going to show you how to actually synthesize your kick. So come into Instruments, grab an operator, drag it onto a MIDI track. Now, first things first, click this Fix button here, and what that does is it stops key tracking. I push 3 different keys in, and it just plays the same one. And then drag a tuner from Audio Effects, tuner, and this is going to help us tune our kicks. So bring this down to like 50. I think that's a G. Close enough to a G. You can even, there we go, 49 is a G. Now we're going to shape our kick using this envelope. So sustain all the way down because we don't want it to 808 it. We just want to kick it. And we want to keep it short. So the decay is going to be about 350-ish. To crank the level up so we can actually hear it. Now if we turn this next oscillator on, crank the level all the way up as well. And you know what? That's basically double. So that means it's going to be 1 octave higher in a G as well. So make sure you have this B oscillator selected, and we're going to do the same thing. Drag the sustain all the way down, but we're going to change the decay to like 7 milliseconds. Now you can hear it's got a click. So I want to emphasize that click even more and give it some more punch. So we do that with this pitch envelope. Activate it, crank it all the way up to the top, drag your initial and your peak all the way up, and then your decay, I think, go like 7 or something like that. It's really short. You don't want it to go boo like a laser. Now you can hear it's got like a click at the front of it. Now to mix this click into taste, just lower the amount and even lower the level here till you find the nice sweet spot. Now it's time to add some effects and really beef it up. So come into Audio Effects again, grab a saturator, and grab an overdrive. Turn that one off for now. Now, seriously, just drive this up. There's a kick right there. Soft clip it so it doesn't peak. And then crank on our overdrive. Use this to add some crunch to the top end. Add some punch to the low end. Whatever you want to do. You can add whatever effects you want to in here, as long as you're not adding delays and reverbs and stuff. But if you add some coloring like saturation and distortion effects, you can get some pretty unique kicks. All right, one thing I forgot to mention was once you've made your kick, we can resample it into an audio track. So right click, insert audio track, click this drop down box, resampling. And now if we arm both of these tracks, click record, that's our kick right there. But wait, there's more. So now I'm going to show you how you can do this with any other synth, whether it be Serum, Massive. You could probably do it with Wavetable on here if you know how to use it. So let's go ahead and create another MIDI track. Drag your synth of choice. Mine's going to be Serum. Now if we change this to a sine wave, simple sine wave, maybe pitch this down 2 octaves for now. And we're going to shape it like we did the first one. So come into envelope 1, drag the sustain all the way down. And the decay, I think we went 350 on the last one. So let's go the same. 350 and listen to that. It's a bit clicky at the start and it's a bit clicky at the end too. You can just lift these up, lift the attack and release up a couple of milliseconds to get rid of that click. Now, let's click on envelope 2 because we want to add a click at the start like we did in the first one, a controlled click. So now let's bring the sustain all the way down, change the decay to about 7, I think's a good place to start. Come into the modulation matrix, click envelope 2 because that's the one we're using. And then in the destination, click global master tune. And this is just the overall tuning of the kick. Now you just use this fader here to mix it in. Find your sweet spot, but this kick kind of sounds a bit drummy. So to get rid of that drumminess, lower your decay. Now, simply close this up, come into your audio effects, drag in the same effects. Soft clip it so we don't peak. Add some erosion. Find your sweet spot. Maybe there, that'll do. But this is where it gets cool. You can easily turn this into an 808 with a few simple movements. So if you come into envelope 1, drag up your sustain, open up your decay a little bit, add a little bit of release. Lower this down 1 octave as well, I think. Oh, we had a bit of clashing there. So if we come over to mono and click that, that stops clashing. Also, if we click legato, always drag this up to about 130 milliseconds. We can get some mad glides happening. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. Or if you want a whole bunch of free stuff, you can visit my website at offthebeat.com.